My name is John Marr. I was born in New Haven, Connecticut. Moved here at a young age. I've been raised here in Mims, Florida. Joined the military. I met my wife in Texas. We got married in '94, had Taylor in '96, Brendan in '99. I've been running Closets by Design as the operations director since 2002. My wife and I both grew up in the church as believers. I was Catholic. I would say I was always a believer, but there was never the connection. We tried to raise our kids in church, but just never a solid foundation. On the surface, my family, people would say that that's a great family. That Marr family, those kids are awesome. John and Nicole are just beautiful people. But there was something sorely lacking. I was in combat, and not just in a combat zone. I've had the trigger pulled on me, I've pulled the trigger. That has an effect on you and you don't realize it. So there's been some anxiety, paranoia that caused problems in my family with my children and my wife. You want your children to know that, they can count on you more than anything in the world. And inside me, they could, but they didn't feel that way. I would say about 5 years ago, I started going back to church independently. Every Sunday I would ask Nicole, I would ask Taylor, hey, come to church with me. And I decided to follow Brendan over to the Grove. I met some people, but I really didn't get connected. I ended up coming to Local when Local opened up, and Nicole came with me. On and off for a few Sundays, and then that Sunday we started the family series, okay? And I was listening to the family series, and that series connected with me the most. When I heard about what a father is supposed to be, I realized that I was failing as a father. Nicole started coming to church with me every Sunday. Taylor followed behind, and Brendan every Sunday as a family. And I have to be honest with you, I knew what I wanted more than anything in the world. I wanted my family's name written in the book of life. I knew there's nothing that was going to stop me from doing that. I got connected. You can't do this on your own. You can't. I don't care. You think you can, you can't. I joined a group. Paul invited me, and I was like, if I'm going to do this for my family, I'm going to join that group, and I'm going to be around people that already feel the way I want to feel. I started serving on Sundays, setting up, and it just became more and more, whether it be worshiping in my truck or listening to a podcast or listening to a sermon. Started doing devotionals, and I started reading the Bible. I'm telling you about my journey, but now like I said, I want to scream it from the rooftops. So just recently, a friend of mine that I've known for a while, he works for me. If you ever known him, he had certain beliefs, not even sure about whether there was a God or not. He went up to 1122 last week and he got saved. I don't say it's because of me. It's because I have the courage to share with people, and I'm starting to do that for people. It started out as me and my family, and it's become so much more than that. People I love the most in this world is my wife and my 2 kids. But I know that someone did something so much better for me. And I wanted to love him more than that. The only way for that to happen was, and I thank Jamie for that, I started reading the Bible, and suddenly what ended up happening was I started, literally, I found a best friend. I can't imagine a day without it. I just can't. It saved my life. My marriage, my children, my friends, my family, it saved my life.